You start out with the crows.
Caw.
Start out with the crows, not the group. Shit.
Caw. Yeah, who needs an intro? Oh, I forgot to do the music thing. Oh,
Oh, you stay. Will must have did something to
well,
you.
no.
Cause
You
you
know
be
what? He
stay
didn't.
shitting on him.
He didn't record new music for me this week, little bastard. Huh. That's on him. That's not on me. All right.
You fucking Nicki Minaj shitting on him. Duh, duh, duh.
Well, I mean, look. No, I. Oh no, you know what? Yeah, never mind. I could do that in post roll, but I still don't have the music, so hey, still fucked up. Hmm.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, hey, this is Rich,
This is Jermaine.
and we like crows.
I do a lot of eating. Crow. I don't like them.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I don't. Cook up and slice down the crow. I'm talking about. I stay eating crow. I
I wonder
stay
if you
dang
would.
on getting surprised or told, hey, this is how it really goes. And you're like, God damn. Oh man.
I wonder. Think birds are gross. You think they taste gross?
You said what?
You think birds taste gross?
Well, I mean, chicken is good. I mean, duck is greasy, um, but it's edible. I'd imagine any other bird would probably be taste like a version of chicken, but taste gamey. You know, like you could taste the
Right.
difference between deer and regular meat and beef because you could taste that gamey type of taste to it. You know,
Huh.
so I would assume it's the same. Like,
Birds are
can you
gross.
imagine like somebody was like, they just set a plate of chicken wings in front of you, right? And you start tearing them up, right? And they were like, those are crow wings.
Oh no.
I would be so pissed. Oh, man.
It's like, yo, how you like that pigeon?
Oh, hey, I think that's in Chinese food anyway. I don't call it general. That's why I don't really like Chinese food. I only go with, egg rolls, like stuff that ain't got the meaning because I call it General Soul's pigeon. I'm sorry, not
Yeah.
chicken. General Soul's pigeon. Because there's been times, I mean, I had some Chinese food and I'm sitting up here tearing up the meat, and then I just like opened it up and like almost bluish black, and like the meat it didn't look
Oh.
like chicken. Yeah, and I was like, I never again. And then when you get like beef and broccoli, depending on what Chinese spot you go to, some of that beef be like real slimy. Like I just don't get down with it, man. I don't. Do not do
Yeah, you're
Chinese food.
done. I'm all set.
Like I said, I can do the egg rolls. I like a shrimp egg roll with the little sauce, the duck sauce, and all of that. But outside of that, man, I'm not. Nope. When people be like, "Yeah, we're trying," like it's been plenty of times, either at home or I'm in the office, and like everybody is, "Hey, we're gonna go up the street and grab this. You want in on this?" As soon as they say Chinese and everybody start pulling out their little Chinese menus, I'll be like, "I'll pass. I'm good. I'm good."
Well, welcome guys. This is shit on Asian food. Otherwise known as the X's and O's of life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not the interview option. There you go. See, we're actually doing the regular show. So, really, I mean, you know how I always operate. I kind of do the housekeeping stuff in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I recorded my ass off this week, and people are responding, and I love it. And Jermaine's like, "Yo, settle down." And I'm like,
Oh, for real.
because I'm proud of it, man. And we all know this, and we're not doing the whole thing that we did in our first few episodes where we're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe." No, it's not anything like that. I think it's definitely evolved to the point where I'm like, okay, this has actually become like a part-time job for me. And I really, really enjoy doing it because I get to talk to a lot of cool people. I talked to, Ben, Lois, and Scott this week. And, I'm trying to kind of get on the grind to get some more people on here. And it's just fun, man. It's fun. And, I think our listeners are growing. I think that, me and Tiff are trying to get the Pillow Talk up and running. So if you haven't subbed to that part, that's me and Tiff's, podcast that, just look up Pillow Talk. Well, actually, it's in the description. The link's in the description, so you can just kind of attack it from there. We're coming up on a 4-week stretch where we're going to talk about how we are not compatible, which is a weird thing for a married couple to talk about. But I think that that's going to be an interesting little, hey, okay, let's kind of break down the walls and let's be vulnerable and figure out why we shouldn't work. So I don't know, a little interesting take, but tonight's show is really just going to be covering how we're slaves to internet. How and why it's so important. And I kind of want to add a little caveat of what would life be like without it? And I know that sounds crazy, and maybe even some of the listeners aren't even old enough to like understand what life was like before internet, but me and Jermaine are.
Yeah.
So we can definitely kind of pull from our, experiences and just kind of just use our, our perspective that we already have and kind of talk about that. You also have another subject too about, here, just tell him. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I ain't say a subject. It's just it's just a crazy thing that happened to me. It's like it definitely tells me or screams inflation. Pretty much, I'm in the Family Dollar, going and walking around, grabbing, some hygienics.
Well, hold on. Are you're gonna tell the story now?
Yeah. It wasn't
okay,
like a whole subject. It was just,
right.
It was just an interesting thing. Like, man, we live in inflated times where.
All right, go ahead. I want to hear it so I can feel sad.
I went in Family Dollar and, like I said, I'm grabbing some stuff for the house or for the week or my lunches and stuff like that you're preparing for the work week. And there's a kid in the aisle.
I get you.
Yeah, there's a kid in the aisle, like a little boy, probably like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. And he's like playing with some type of like toy in there and like something spilled out and it was something like spilled on the floor. And like, as I'm walking through the aisles, he looked at me and he like put his arms up like he was guilty, but he was trying to tell me he wasn't. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. So like, he was like, hey, what, me? And then he walks like up to me and he was like, yeah, I'm just in here and, I want to buy something, but I ain't got no money. So I'm like, I'm thinking I'm being, Mr., great, Samaritan or whatever. I pulled out my wallet and I was like, here, man, here's $1. Go get you some candy. So I'm thinking that, that was that. This dude finds me like 3-4 minutes later with something in his hand and was like, can I get $4? I was like, what?
Yo.
So I'm like,
wait,
in today's world, $1 ain't even enough for I said, no, I'm not giving you $4. I was like, take that $1 and get some candy. He was like, I can't really get too much. And I'm thinking to myself, you probably can't get too much with $1. And then the same thing with bums on the street. Like, you can't get away with just walking past a homeless or a bum person that's got their hand out and hand them $1. They want 5 and 10 now. Like, the days of $1 being okay to hand to somebody. You gotta
ask them for change. You're like, hey, can you break a 10?
That's why it just blew me away. Like, if I was that same kid when I was his age, that dollar, I would have been like, oh my God, this guy just gave me $1. I would be so happy. This kid was like it didn't mean shit to him. Like, he was like, that ain't enough, yo. Like, I'm like, wow.
Listen, I've been over it. I grew up in Duquesne, and I moved to West Mifflin. I was right next to Munhall. So anyone that's semi-local kind of gets how that little triangle of
poverty
of a place is. Now, there was this little drugstore in Munhall. They had like a little penny candy deal, and you can get like little baggies of candy and probably other shit. But you go there with $1, you're walking out of there with at least 4 little baggies of candy, and you're just like, I'm set for days.
Set? Wasn't you good? I mean, $1, man, was enough to go in the store.
Buy a Reese cup for $1.
You could buy a full. I ain't talking about a mini. I'm talking about you could buy a full-size candy bar and maybe even have enough for maybe not a name brand soda like a Faygo or a cheap brand soda or something. $1 had you set. Not today. When he gave me that look, I was just like, man, this is crazy. Like, I just was thinking to myself, like, man, $1, I would have been so ecstatic. I'd have been like, that dude was a hero for giving me $1.
Right.
And when that little kid was like, man, I can't really get nothing, I was just like, man, if you don't get out my face, it was almost like the gesture had backfired and blew up in my face. Like, wow, right, I've been better off not giving them nothing.
Because you were like, yo, you're like, well, who? How dare you? But then you're also like, oh yeah, wait, I gave you $1.
Because at first I was like, man, you can get plenty with $1, and then I thought about it, I was like, you really can't get.
You gave him a down payment for some candy.
A down payment on a bag of Sour Patches.
Right.
I mean, golly, it's just let me know the value. Like $1 means nothing. That's why when you were talking about the subscriptions to the Patreon, the $5, I was like, and you was like, you can't even get nothing at McDonald's no more. I'm like, yes. I mean, that's why I said I got a little story that the value of the dollar means almost. It's like damn near $5 is the new $1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny if you're walking down the street and you see $1 on the ground, you may just walk by it. You're like, it's
like it's a penny and shit. Like it's a penny. Yep.
Right. If that's not a Lincoln, I don't give a shit. Bye.
Yeah, he said if you see $1, you might just keep walking. Like, because I remember when I seen pennies anywhere, I would pick them up. Now it's like I don't even attempt. I could see 4 or 5 pennies laying there. I'm like, I ain't even got time to bend over and grab it. Really don't.
They should probably get rid of change too. To be honest, just round everything up like you're playing Monopoly.
Yeah, like what are we doing with change? Like, really? I mean, outside of the quarter, like I understand the quarters, but the nickels and the dimes and the pennies, what are we doing here? What are we doing up here?
The closest literal quarter, like pun intended. Just roll everything up to whatever it is.
Everything should be either $5.50, $5.75, $5.25. Yeah,
it's like
what's $5.23? Like, really? Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, it's $3.26. Suck my dick. Shut the fuck up. I'm giving you $5.25 and go fuck yourself.
Yep. And that's a good idea. Yeah, man. They should round everything should go up to the quarters.
And really, like, I would even say just get rid of money in general. Just make it all digital, honestly. It just feels like the only reason why I definitely can't get rid of cash is because you're old.
No, I'm just saying it's like where do I go? A lot of times.
Yeah, fair. That's when you slide the card down the crack of the ass.
Swipe it down her ass like whoop.
Right. Like, but they're gonna have those little credit card readers on their titties, just like.
You're gonna be like, lean over, baby, let me swipe. Like, then they're gonna be like, yo, shit declined.
You go in there like, but you take Apple Pay?
Yeah, I would go in there with a bunch of credit cards that's maxed out and fake like I'm just be swiping. Like, hey, there you go. You deserve a swipe, and all my shit's getting declined, maxed out limit. But no, you still gotta have actual machines do break. You know, I mean, as great as the internet is, it will break too. You know, so you got to have a fail safe or a backup plan. So yeah.
I get it. It's just one of those things for me personally. Period. Like I hate it. I see it. And I'm like, let me get rid of this as soon as possible, so I don't have to deal with it. I just don't want to deal with it.
Like time has changed completely. Like I remember when credit cards and they first came out, and you only pulled that out for big stuff, or you like only use your card as an emergency. Like you always had cash and you almost never touched the card. Now it's the opposite. Like I go weeks, months with not a dime in my wallet, no cash at all. Yeah. I'm just, all I got is cards. I mean, like, and I just never really thought it would get to that point where, like you said, when you get cash, it's almost like a hot potato. It's like, oh shit, you gotta get it out. You got to hurry up and use it. Like, get it out.
And you tend to spend it on dumb shit. Like, I'm going to buy this, and this. This one I don't have this fucking green piece of paper in my wallet anymore because I can't.
Yeah.
And it's such a dumb, weird transition. Well,
that is so ridiculous. I mean, and that's how we pretty much landed on the topic today of, I mean, it rained on Thursday night.
Motherfucker, it monsoon. Don't downplay.
Yeah. Well, it like when I was at work, the power blipped real quick at work, and all the computers went out. And I just thought that was at work. I was just like, okay, something happened down here, and it was raining. I come back here, my whole entire block is out, power, and pretty much it was out until like 2 in the morning.
I was gonna say, when did it come back on for you?
It came on like 2. I'm ready to lay down now. You might as well stay the fuck out. Yeah, I don't need it now.
Like 11 or something, right? Something like that, like 10, 11.
No, like when I get off at 9. I get here around like 9:45ish, 10 o'clock. So from that point on, from 10 to 4 hours, it was just complete. I sat at the top of my steps, cracked open a couple beers, and just watched the traffic. I didn't have. Like, you are disabled and when there's no like. I mean, my entertainment was watching cars drive past. I mean, I had nothing else to do. I mean, like, you are totally disabled without power. And today's world, the internet is becoming the new power source. It's like, and because I'm living here right now and I have no internet. Like, I use a hotspot here and there. It's like my devices are spitting back to me, hey, you do know I can do this, and this, but you're only using me for this. It's like you don't get the full value of your device or your game or anything you're doing unless you have the internet. It's like the internet has taken over as the new power source. It's like you said, we have become true slaves to it. Like, I'm here, like, I'm going to get internet. I was about to call it power. I might as well start calling it power. I'm going to get internet right before the football season. So right now I'm just chilling because I'm not here that much. I go to work, I come here, play my little PlayStation game. I might use my hotspot on my phone to watch some Netflix or something like that, but I'm still using the internet. I mean, I still have to use the little bit I do have. And then I go to sleep or I cook my food and get up and do it all over again. So I don't really need it, but come football season, you best believe first week, I'm going to be sitting here watching Red Zone. You damn right I am. So it's just that it's to the point where I've been at my apartment. Today is the 2-month anniversary, I guess. 2 anniversary. Really? Give me a little applause. Yeah. Remember I left? Remember I moved in May 15th? It is now July. It is now July 15th. So this is my 2-month anniversary. And my son only came over when he helped me move the shit in. And I always say, like, hey, man, you come over, chill, we can kick it one weekend. And he gave me this look like, you don't got internet. Like, he looked at me like I was living in a cabin out in the woods. Like, if I don't got internet, like, no, I'm cool. You ain't got no internet? I'm fine. I mean, how did we become a slave? Like, there's no one single person that created the internet, of course, but it's like this thing that used to be just like the credit cards. Remember with the money and the credit cards that used to be like people used to go to the internet every once in a while. You had the AOL and the dial up, and it was like, I ain't gonna say taboo, but it was like, oh man, you going to the internet? That's fancy. To the point that now it is like the main source. Like you can't live without it. It's crazy. I mean, how long has the internet been out? How long has this thing been going on? I mean, because like you said, a lot of kids don't even remember the times of not having it.
I mean, it's at least been 25 years, man. Like, I would say that's probably
a while. Yeah. Because I remember, like, when it first was the AOL, and I used to get those stupid CDs in the mail, and they try to tell you to growl. And you used to dial it up, and you hear all that sound. And I remember MySpace was like the first like social site that everybody was on. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say that was probably I'm 45. So yeah,
say 20. I mean, you're
was I 20? I mean, like, cause I remember the MySpace thing when I got out of college. So I got out of college around like 21, and yeah, it was probably about 25 years.
I mean, maybe like 30, honestly.
Might be 30. Yeah, it might be 30. Yep.
Actually, it had to have been, because I remember when I was a little youngin, I had Sega Channel.
Yeah, me too.
I had Sega Channel. Yeah.
I loved it, that thing, but they put the same games on month after month.
I don't give a shit. It was amazing. I'm like, this is magic.
They said this is magic.
Yeah. Every first of the month, I was miraculously sick. Couldn't go to school that day. I was like, oh.
He said, I've developed a sickness all of a sudden, a first of the month sickness.
Well, you know what? It's funny because you kind of touched on this real quick, and I want to kind of put my stank on it. So you think about it, people that don't have internet, it's almost like taboo now. But before, when you had it, it was like taboo. The same kind of thing with tattoos. I got a sleeve. I'm going to get another sleeve. I'm going to get my chest done and all that stuff.
Yeah.
15 years ago, any tattoo, you're almost disqualified from any job interview. You're looked at as some kind of freak.
Some rebellious, rebel without a cause, James Dean type shit.
Right. And now, if you don't have any tattoo, it's like, what are you, a pussy?
Yeah, like I got one tattoo. Remember I said I got the jailhouse tattoo that was done like on the back porch. And when I tell people that, they're like, you only got one. And these is women. They're like, you only got one? What the hell is wrong with you?
They're out here like, I got my pussy tattooed. What are you talking
about? For real. I mean, even the most docile, most quiet little woman in the corner got a couple tattoos. A little
butterfly on your ankle or something like
that. Yep.
So here's my kind of take on the tattoo. Yeah, the internet thing. We both had little slip ups today.
Yeah.
Look, me and the wife both work at home, so obviously super pertinent.
Yes.
Even. I mean, I got a PS5, and even if you don't play online, you need to have an online connection to access certain features, even if you're not playing online. There's that part.
Yes.
Obviously, I need the internet to market this podcast. I need the internet to upload the podcast, so that wouldn't be a thing if I didn't have it.
Yeah.
The internet shuts the kids the fuck up, which is great for me. It is so stupid how attached we are to it. And what's nice is I'm kind of like, I kind of feel like it could fuck off and I'd be fine. I mean, obviously the podcast thing would be gone, so collateral damage. But I kind of feel like the world would be a little bit better without it. But I also understand that's a stupid assumption because that's not the case.
No. Come stay in my apartment for a week and you'll find out how much you love the internet.
Right. Yeah, because you know what? I don't watch TV. I just dabble around on YouTube. So that is my entertainment, obviously. Because here's the thing. People can say, well, you could just use your mobile data. Well, mobile data is the fucking internet. So
yes, it is.
You're a little dumb. But it's been the main entertainment source. And even think about, how you get cable now. Yeah, obviously you can still have the coax cord, but so many people stream. We have more streaming devices in here than we do actual cable boxes.
Yeah.
But it is a necessary evil, and anyone that tells you it's not is complete. Like they're either.
Yeah, I'm more of a traditional fella that, when it first, I ain't gonna say when it first came out, but when, I was reluctant to like, cause I almost like, as a traditional fella, I ain't gonna say I was religious about it, but it was just like, I felt like that's the devil's playground type, like right. Get me away from that, especially the social media.
Then you found porn and you're like, word?
Yeah.
Then you found porn.
Like, this is free. Like, right. Here's our Chappelle reference. We always got to have him in there. But remember when he had a skit where he was like,
the internet was a place.
Yeah, it was a place, and he was like, we always shoehorn a Chappelle reference in there. But yeah.
Man's a fucking visionary.
I almost felt like I tried to stay away from it as much as I could. It was just like, and like I said, I'm still like that with the social media. I'm not into the Facebooks and never have, never wasn't into the MySpaces. Like, I'm one of those people where it's like, if you're not in my real contacts in my phone, right. then I shouldn't have any access to contact you because you're not important. Right. If I don't care. Put it this way. I don't care about people enough to look at your private life, to look up your pictures and see if you was on vacation. And I don't give a fuck. I just don't. It's like I already got enough excitement and adventure just living on this planet on my own. I don't got time to shop for other people's problems. I don't.
Real quick to shoehorn something in there. Like it's funny because I've never been a social media person, but I now use it to get my word out for the podcast and, dabble with that. And I find myself really paying it. I really enjoy Twitter now, and I fucking hate myself so much. I hate myself. But I have developed, a lot of, I've talked to a lot of people that you're not really going to be able to talk to. And, it's a scary place. It is literally like that Chappelle Show skit. That's Twitter in itself. It's like do you want to hear some politics? Go to Twitter. You want to hear some racism? Go to Twitter.
It will take you down as many rabbit holes as you want to go.
Yeah. And it's a weird place, but yeah, Man, see me with Twitter, like my only involvement with Twitter is, like you said, marketing, the podcast, and then when you post something, I retweet. But it's sometimes I kind of get confused because it's like conversation. How did I get to this page? Like I don't, and then I get like notifications from. Hold on. Go back because you were all kind of muffled whenever you said whatever you said.
No, I said I get kind of confused because there's so many different conversations going on that it's like, how did I get to this page, or how did I get on this little conversation? And then I get notifications from people I don't even know that tweeted something. I'm like, why am I getting this? I don't know this person.
Because Twitter, motherfucker, Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I only get on there to when you tweet something, I retweet, or I jump on, look at the socials, or I mean, I think I'm following what's the news dude? What's the sports guy that give all the updates from ESPN?
Oh, Schefter.
Schefter, yeah, I'm following him and the other dude from the NFL Network just to stay abreast on the NFL news and stuff like that. But other than that, man, I mean, it's like you said, it's conversations just going on everywhere. Like it's just like if it was a place and you walked into, like, imagine a whole fucking 20-foot high mall of people just screaming and talking as you walk into this place. They're like, yeah, you're just hearing all this screaming and yelling and hollering and conversations and arguments, and it's just crazy.
So does anybody follow you?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't even know how to check. Honestly, don't.
I will show you how that works.
Like the only social media site that I'm on that I understand and I do look at because I do get notifications is Instagram. Like because it's just pictures. It's not too much talking. Like I'm not into all the words and the talkings and the conversations and the pick me ups and I need someone to pat me on the back and I just ain't into all that crap. I get some pictures here and there. Some good looking women or something like that. That's about it.
Well, I will tell you this. If nobody's following you, you're retweeting to nobody.
Oh, for real?
It's serving no purpose.
I have no idea, man. I really don't.
We'll talk off stream because I'm like, oh, I thought you had more people in your loop, but I highly doubt Chef.
I have no idea. Yeah, okay. I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm doing.
I'll take you to school, man. Don't worry about it. I got you. But yeah, man. Look, I think it's the world we live in. It's the evolution. It's the natural evolution. It is going to be what it is, and we are kind of slaves to it because, especially after COVID, because now we're working at home, and I think that a lot of people, unfortunately, don't have the self-control to kind of stop and still be a people,
Definitely. I mean, like we were already slaves before the pandemic, but the pandemic is like playing cards, and you said you double me down. You double. Yeah. The pandemic made you double down on the internet, or it probably made people that still wasn't touching it, made them pick it up. There's probably a 65-year-old man right now that got a Twitter page because of the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, with my line of work, I work for an ISP and, talking to people from a technical standpoint on a daily basis. And that it's not just for the young kids anymore type of thing. You get someone that is far beyond salt and pepper hair, and they're dropping knowledge, saying this, I got this and this and this. You're like, but then you also get that 40-year-old that literally is crying because they don't know how to operate any of their stuff, and it's just it's the weird thing because you're right. It's not just for kids anymore. Like that's a silly little saying, but everyone jumped in because whether it be due to necessity or desire or just utter boredom. I mean, I can't imagine.
The streaming sites, the Netflixes and they were already up and running, but those streaming sites pretty much owe their existence.
Oh, you saw what HBO did, right?
HBO came out during the pandemic. Yeah, they turned it like.
Oh my God! You talk about a market. Oh, but they were like, hold my fucking beer. Watch this. Every new movie that's coming out, we got this. Watch this. It's streaming on HBO Max. Buy our shit, bitch. I remember. I think it was like Godzilla and Wonder Woman. Like some of those movies that went straight to the theater, they brought them right to their platform, and they capitalized on that audience that couldn't move and go anywhere. And they just, oh God, those little bastards are smart.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like you just have to like laugh at it. 'Cause it's like you talk about turning chicken salad into chicken shit into chicken salad. They were just like everyone's at home, and we have the rights to whatever, or we have all the money, that we can come here, watch this, and it worked, and it almost became people's new. There you go. Here's another COVID term. It became people's new normal. I am not going to no theater. I'm sitting at my house. Ain't no one going to be yelling.
Well, during the pandemic, none of those theaters was open, but now it's like soon as the pandemic was over, now it's like the theaters are like asking, like the theaters are begging to get their audience back. Like they're giving out specials. They made some of them is making the tickets a lot cheaper than they normally would be. It's like they're still working right now to get the audience that got stolen or got taken because of the pandemic.
That's what I'm saying. Like that people got so used to doing it, and they just realized, I don't want to deal with the noise. I don't want to deal with all these people around me. I'm not trying to spend $34 on some popcorn and a drink. I'm gonna go to Family Dollar, spend $16 on a bag of popcorn and a bottle of water. But no, like you just go get a thing of popcorn from wherever, $2-3, pop it in the microwave. Big ass bowl, got all the drinks in the world that you have in the house. Like you don't have to do all that. Yeah, and that your TVs are big now, so
Yeah, TVs are big enough to look like a theater, as well as for all you weed smokers out there, they're saying I can smoke my blunt too and watch this movie, and I ain't got to worry about being in the theater or bothering somebody or something like that. So it's a lot of advantages to not.
And that was always the thing. I mean, and that was always the thing. They always had the stuff on there. But I don't know if HBO is still bringing like the super new stuff to the platform or not. I don't know. I don't really watch movies, so I don't give a shit. But I think it's the one of the few things people are willing to wait for. But even with that, like you could just go to a torrent site and just download that bitch for free somewhere. And get a bootleg ass copy like you used to get back in the day, except the quality is actually good. It's not some dude in the movie theater with a camera. So
you see somebody's head moving.
Right.
I remember one comedian said the funniest one on those bootlegs. He said he was watching the bootleg and then he said some dude just turned around, looked into the camera and was like, "Watch this part right here."
Simple.
It was like, man, that was the worst bootleg. The dude turned around and said, "Watch this part right here." Oh my gosh! But yeah.
I mean, just it attacks every aspect of your life now. I mean, Tiff just bought the Wi-Fi lights, which I hate them. I thought it was a cool little idea because they could change colors. But these motherfuckers randomly shut off and turn on.
I know. During our podcast, we'll be in the middle of recording. Nobody touched, not even got close to the light switch, and then the lights just go out.
Like the lights went out like 20 minutes ago, and I'm like, fuck it. I don't even care. It's fine. Like I'm sitting here in the dark like a creepy guy talking to a mic. Like I feel like like the silent storm. Next up is Lionel Richie. Like,
like, check out this new one from Boys to Men.
Right. Man, you got a radio voice? Shit, that's why you sounded good though too. You sound like a DJ there. Shit. Have to have a little side hustle here. Hold on.
No, we're not. At said job, I used to record the upfronts for the IVR because, like, now everything's automated. But I used to record the upfront. Yeah, like when there was, I would have to be like, yes, and we, we're having experiencing outages and then I would just name off a bunch of towns and boroughs like Swissvale, blah, 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 blah. And definitely plenty of times my friends or buddies that knew of course they knew I worked there, and if they called in and they was in one of those areas, they would definitely tell me. They would be like, "Man, who you think you is, the Quiet Storm or something?" He was like, "You sound like you recording a radio show and you recording the upfronts."
I never knew that.
Yeah, because we used to have to do them manually. Like now, like when you call and you're in experiencing an outage, it'll just say, pretty much the computer just recognizes your phone number and tells you you're in an outage. But back when, I started there, it wasn't automated. We had, working for like the help desk, like as a lead in the help desk, we had to have a person switch turns and would record the upfronts manually.
That is ghetto as fuck.
I would be on there. You know what I really hated? Like when there would be like a whole list of towns, right? And just like a calculator, a traditional calculator, you know how you figuring out something and then you hit one wrong button, you got to do it all over again.
Oh, and
it was times that I would get to like the last town and mispronounce it or screw it up, and then I would have to hit re-record and record the whole thing again, yo.
And Mickey's Rocks.
Yep. Yep. I think it was like Punxsutawney or something and then it was a crazy name of some town, and I was just like, because these is towns that's out in like middle of Pennsylvania, like the Amish type of towns, and I ain't never heard of these towns.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yep. But yeah, man, the internet it's become like Thursday, I was sitting here without both. I sat here with no power. Of course, there's no internet because you can't. Even if I had internet, you can't. I used to do that at said internet service provider when you get a customer that calls in and they're screaming and yelling and one customer was like, "My internet ain't working," and I'm like, "But you just say you don't have power?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was just like, "Yeah, internet is working. Go up to the TV and press power," just to make him feel like an asshole. He was like, "Oh, you think you're smart, huh?" I was like, "I'm just telling you, your internet's working. Your power ain't." This dude thought his internet was somehow going to work with no power to his device. Like, what sense do you make? Like, do you understand what you're saying right now? But oh, well.
It's interesting you bring that up because it kind of, and I'm going to write this down because I want to cover this on the next episode. I want to kind of go over, like, I don't know if it's like irrational stupidity, but maybe just kind of, it may not even be like a segment, but just kind of getting my feels and your feels on it, just kind of how people change, like how people's intelligence changes during like an emotional experience, or when they just kind of throw logic out the door and they're just that like that. I don't have any power. Come fix my internet, bitch. You don't have power. What the fuck is wrong with you? Be smarter.
You'll be surprised what the emotion anger does to people's rationality. It makes them not. That's why, like, if you're angry at someone, maybe you should. It's been plenty of times I've done it. I was getting ready. Away. No, I'm about to either text something or I'm about to send an email, and I read it and then I stop, and then, like you said, I walk away and then retype it or even get rid of it, because in the moment, wrapped in that anger, you will make an irrational decision, a stupid, hostile decision behind anger.
Dear Mr. Boss, lick my taint. You gotta walk away. You're like, yeah, that's probably not gonna go well.
Can you pass me some paint? Something. You can't say that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With much restraint, sir. I regret to inform you that. But yeah, I mean, there are just times where you're just like, when this works, I want you to Google why you're fucking dumb. Do that, please.
He said, "Google why you're dumb."
But, yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to maybe touch on that next episode. That'll be a little bit of a teaser thing. See what we can kind of get with that. That's obviously not going to fill the time, but I don't know. I think it's about draft time here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it might be draft time. So I'm gonna say. I don't think I can pause this per se.
Oh, really?
No, because we're doing a remote, and I haven't really had to dabble with that. Let's see here. Talk for a little bit. Let me press the button.
You said talk a little bit?
Yeah, talk a little bit. I'm going to press the button.
Okay. All right. You going to learn today.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. Which, whatever. That's fine. Because honestly, okay. I don't think he was feeling right anyway. So, ain't no big deal. So, I was.
You were going to go get tips?
Yeah. Because I wanted to do kind of like the three-way dance here. This is also why I kind of wish we had a little bit more community engagement. And it sounds kind of mean, but well, fuck you guys. Pay attention to us. So we had if we could kind of schedule people for the drafts, and so we're not relying on Tiff to do it. I mean, it's obviously difficult to kind of work around a whole nother schedule, but I would
really love to have even if we during one of your interviews or something, even if we had a special guest, like just to have someone participate in the draft, that would be really cool,
right?
Like because we've been doing this for what? We've been doing this since like Easter. So, yeah. I thought by now we would have definitely had a special guest or something on by now.
Well, you know what? I think a part of it too is people. It could be a thing where this isn't made for everybody.
True.
If everyone could do podcasts, I'm not saying we're like the end all be all or anything, but I feel like if everyone could do it, they would. So. Sometimes people are a little nervous.
That one, we would have to prep them because, a lot of times people, they'll be on tilt. They just can't think that fast. I ain't gonna say can't think that fast.
It would definitely be something where we would give someone, hey, look, here's the subject, kind of give it a little thought, but have some backup plans because if someone takes your pick, well then.
Yeah, you got to think something else. Yeah. Right.
And maybe that's more on us though, because we're not kind of putting out that into the ether as much as we could, and how people can do that. Look, that's going to be one of the perks on the Patreon thing. It's $5. We have a bunch of tiers. Obviously, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention or not, but well, actually, no, you haven't, because I don't think anyone's actually listened to it. Because it's
he answered his own question. He said, "I don't think he said, no, you haven't."
You haven't. So, after we're done recording the X's and O's, we go into another show. It's called the Post Game, and that's on Patreon. And what we actually are going to be doing on Patreon as well, once a month, we're going to do a special draft, and tonight is the first day of that. Along with that, you get the 20-25 minutes of after we're done doing the podcast, just kind of decompressing and talking. And, like I said on a few other episodes, there's sometimes better content on that than the actual show, which is pretty fucked up, but whatever. But literally $5 gets you that. And, there are other tiers on.
It's that there's that woulda, coulda, shoulda moment. Everybody has that woulda, coulda, shoulda moment where even if you're in the midst of an argument with somebody, and then you go back home and you're like,
of that
I
thing
should have said this to him. Yeah. How many times has that? I've done that even at said job where
you get into an argument with him.
Yeah, you get into an argument with a customer, and then they kind of rattle you. You say one word, and then when you're in the shower later on, you be like, "Man, I should have called him a fucking whatever." Like if you could politely, because that was the thing for me, is finding creative ways to politely cuss people out without cussing them out. Without using curse words, politely curse them out.
Yeah. I didn't even know the wife came down here. Mom, are you awake?
I'm awake.
Do you want to do you want to do the draft when you're done eating your Cheerios? This is some live shit.
Did you know Cheerios are gluten free?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Mama's on a gluten-free diet because she's not trying to die. Say hi to the people, Mama.
Hello.
So,
I'm so excited. I thought I could never have cereal.
yeah, you can have cereal, baby.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the draft?
Okay.
Or are you feeling bad?
No, my headache is gone now.
All right, good. Go fuck up your Cheerios. See, this is what you get on
Live interaction.
But yeah, back to the whole, Patreon thing, because we're not, like I said, we're not trying to do what Tiff said before, and man, thank you, Jesus. We're not doing that. But
You almost made me spit out my beer. He said, "Thank you, Jesus."
thank you, Jesus. Give me an amen.
Oh man, don't do that.
Sorry, that shit's so over the top and silly. So what you kind of get with that, and I'm outside right now. This is kind of going rogue. I'm off the mic for a moment. I'm off the actual mic setup. So this is just kind of me spitting to the audience and what have you. We do record more content, and you guys either you don't know or you're not listening. Whatever, that's okay. But we have these post shows, and it's about, I would say, probably an hour and a half a month that you get. It's for $5. I don't think that's a bad deal, but you're gonna get the special draft there too. And I'm not gonna lie, I have to look at the tiers because I have everything labeled on the tiers, what you get with each tier, and there's obviously progressively more perks with that. And not for nothing, there's the free trial that you get on there as well. So if you really want to see what we do, probably today's a good way to do it because you get the free trial for 7 days. So if you like what you get, if you like what you like, then hey, cool, because you still get the library, everything that's on there. So everything is just like with Spreaker and Apple and everything. You get the full-blown library on it. So I don't know. Give it some thought. That's my kind of soapbox moment, but that's also where you can communicate with us more and tell us, hey, I want to be a part of the draft. If you don't want to do the socials, that's fine. If you don't want to leave comments in other places, that's fine. But that's where you can really communicate. Let us know, hey, I want to be a part of this growing thing because we are growing. There's no doubt about that. I've looked at numbers and we're doing it. So,
Well, in my Rick James voice, subscribe, bitches.
pretty much. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's the thing too. Sub to the so you get notified for all the stuff, which I think most people are doing that now. But new users may or not, or new listeners may not know that we have all that stuff on there. And the podcast thing isn't really new. People generally know how that works. You sub to it, you get your stuff. So we got a few minutes to kind of kill for Tiff to come down here. So, but yeah, I mean, I love and hate the internet. Like you find a lot of stuff on there you probably shouldn't find. That just kind of comes to you, like especially with the social media stuff. I don't understand. So Tiff, she's obsessed with like reels and seeing all that new stuff and all the little videos, and she randomly comes into the house or comes into the room and shows me this, and I look at her like, "Get the fuck away from me." But
like all those like little goofy little like look at
right.
this interesting reel, and sometimes I'll be like, how did you even find it?
Right. Yeah, she just has a weird algorithm.
Huh?
Right. Did I tell you? And I don't know if I kind of mentioned this to you, but
Actually, did you go down the epic rap battles, the history rabbit hole?
Oh no! Oh man, I forgot all about it. Yeah, no, I didn't go to. I didn't do it. I gotta definitely do it. I'm sorry, I forgot all about it.
Well,
I'm
here's
missing
why
out on some stuff.
here's what I don't know if I told you this or not, but here's what's crazy to me. I had you look that up on your phone. Okay,
Okay.
you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I was downstairs, did this in before we started recording. Don't you know that I went upstairs later that day on my PlayStation, went to YouTube, and Epic Rap Battles was in my recommended stuff. I'm like, stop listening to what I'm saying, House. I can't do this. No,
Yes, man. I've noticed that plenty of times, man. I don't even have an Alexa, or if you got an Alexa and all that, that's even worse. But I don't have none of
yeah,
that.
we got that.
But anything that I'm watching, all of a sudden it's in my search. If I got like my Google and I'll look at Google News or something, and some of the subjects be something I just watched or a game I'm playing. Like remember I was playing Assassin's Creed at your house, and ever since then, I mean, like I see like updates to the new Assassin's Creeds, and I'm like, I didn't look for nothing in Assassin's Creed wise in my phone. How does it not? Man,
Creepy.
the house picks up on like the AI. These devices are not shutting off when you think they're shutting off. They are not.
No, they are not.
It's like it's almost like a ghost that's learning your likeness. I mean, it really is. And you said you pulled the Epic Rap Battles on my phone. So how the hell did it get to your PlayStation upstairs?
Yeah, that's the creepy part. That's what just tripped me out. I understand maybe if I was, connected if I checked that out on my phone, because my YouTube is connected to, my Wi-Fi and whatever. And, I have it sharing to the PlayStation and all that stuff. But I'm just like,
yeah, like
stop it.
What kind of what kind of signals is my phone sending into the ether to the rest of the devices in the home? Like, that is really weird. Yo, I mean, it's not even your device, it's mine. And you only looked it up for what?
Right.
We looked it up for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and it gathered all that information all the way upstairs. That's yeah.
Well, my beautiful wife has arrived, and I think it's about time to draft here, boys.
Alrighty.
So let me plug her in, because I had her unplugged, so I didn't pick up on any more background noise. So hold on. All right. So while she's getting her shit together, probably you'll hear some ruffling or whatever. So just get yourself settled here, Mama, because I didn't expect you to be. Huh? You did what? You can skip? No, it's not. No. I wanted you to do this. I just didn't expect you to be okay because you had some kind of migraine thing. So,
She said, "Is it okay to skip on out?"
Right, like fuck you. You're here.
You're
stuck.
You said you didn't expect me, so
yeah. Well, just like our sex life, things happen that don't mean to happen sometimes. So I kind of mentioned it before, but this is my co-host for the Pillow Talk podcast. It's my wife, and that drops on Sundays. So if you haven't subbed to that, just check out in the description and all that stuff. So we're trying to get that off the ground, and you kind of already heard the story about our next 4 episodes, so that's exciting. So here's the draft I thought of. You were going to build your perfect ice cream sundae. Okay? Now, here are the rules. There are no duplicate picks. Not like last week. Fucking Jermaine.
y'all didn't use them, so who gives a fuck? Neither one of y'all used it, so
I do. You can't ruin the integrity of the draft, you son of a bitch.
All I said was multiple teams take multiple quarterbacks in the first round. So my kid and your kid is 2 different kids.
Okay. Anyway. So yeah, no duplicates. Here are the rules. You have one base ice cream and you have 3 toppings. Okay? This is a 4-round draft, and there is
Okay, so
I
you're
feel
saying
like
we all. So you're saying we all got ice cream, right?
well, it's an ice cream sundae, you fucking idiot. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like nobody can't use ice cream as one of their picks because that's already the base there, right?
No. That actually all of our first picks are going to be the base ice cream.
Oh, okay.
So it's the flavor of the ice cream. Well, there's not 3 different types of. Well, I guess there is. Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
I mean it's going to be the flavor. I mean, because I feel like just you do the flavors first, and then you kind of do the toppings, and then that way it's not going to be like the picnic drafts. So there's like that strategery to it. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
So my draft, I go first because it's my podcast. I do what I want. I'm going super boring with vanilla.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. It's I mean, look, I feel like, and nobody can take French vanilla and all that weird stuff. It's vanilla. Vanilla covers the spectrum of vanilla. Don't play games with me. I feel like I don't know who I want to go next.
No, I mean she went third last time. Yeah, I'll be third this time.
All right, I'll look at you, a gentleman. That's strange for you.
Your hell up.
All right, go ahead, Tiff.
Okay. So I had to think something really fast. I was going to definitely do vanilla.
Of course you were. Basic bitch.
But since that's taken, I'm going to do white chocolate.
They make white chocolate ice cream?
They do make white chocolate ice
Golly.
cream. It's
I was
delicious.
gonna say I never seen that one in the store.
Me either.
I've eaten white chocolate, but not ice cream.
Oh man,
It's really good.
it fucking sounds it.
It sounds good as hell.
Because I don't like chocolate ice cream. I think it's too rich, which is ironic.
Too rich. Oh, that was a snare drum. Yo,
Look,
like,
once again, it's one of the things I'm going to add to the thing. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So, what do you got here? I don't feel like the choices are limited here. I think.
Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna go butter pecan. I mean, y'all done took all the.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't. Y'all done took it. Like, I don't like chocolate ice cream, so it's
butter
like
pecan. All right.
Yeah,
I mean, fair enough.
Either that or like some Snickers type of ice cream, but I mean that's too much stuff already in it.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a bit of a cheat code though, because you kind of get a bunch of extra little toppings. It's kind of like no, but you already locked it in, so fuck you.
Oh dang! He just gonna lock me right in.
Yep.
He said you already locked it in.
You get butter pecan with an AARP card. All right.
So it's too late. Goodell already went to the podium and announced my pick.
All right, I'll give you Snicker.
I mean, y'all took the basics, vanillas, man. Yeah, let me get Snickers.
I feel like you get Snickers with an asterisk. Like you're kind of like you're in the Hall of Fame, except like you did steroids.
No, Roger Goodell was walking to the podium, and I tripped him, or I grabbed him back, and was like, "Hey, get back here! Let me change my pick."
All right, fair enough. I get it. All right, so I'm on the. Are you writing these down, Tiff? What are you doing?
Doodling. Write
them down. Actually, that's not a bad idea because what I want to start doing here is putting posts up on Twitter for our draft picks. So you can be my secretary. So, I did vanilla. I love how you had to think about what his name was.
No, I had to think what the letter was that his name started with.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, some people spell my name with a G. some reason.
No one should do that ever.
No, I mean, I've actually met a woman that was actually, her name was Germaine with a G.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't
I hope
ask
it wasn't
me.
anybody close to you because I really want to clown them.
No, I mean, I remember it was in the projects I grew up in. It was a lady. She was a good-looking lady too. She spelled her shit with a G.
I wish you could see Tiff's reaction to everything you say. It's fucking hilarious.
What?
She's just like, fuck? I love it.
I'm dead serious. Her name was German. And then like I think there's like something in nature that is actually, or like a plant or something like that. Germanium.
Geranium.
Yeah, Germaine. Yeah.
Something like that.
It just sounds like you're trying to say Jermaine's name, but you couldn't do it right. All right, so round 2 here. Look, this is kind of the 101 for toppings. Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm going whipped cream.
There you go.
So, look, they got flavored whipped cream. We got that thing from Sam's Club that was birthday cake flavored. That made my nipples hard. Beautiful. Also, fun little nipple thing. We also covered why we have nipples.
I was just about to say that. What was the topics of y'all pillow talk again?
So we talked about nipples. Why dudes have nipples still.
I have no idea.
Lantern flies because there's a fucking devil. And which one of us are gonna die first? So that was a pillow talk kind of episode.
Those are some interesting topics. I definitely got to catch that one.
Yeah, it's a bit silly, but yeah, whipped cream. Look, it's super basic, but I feel like it's one of those toppings that you can, and I do this all the time. You just need something. You need a little nipper of something sweet. You go in there, just kind of pop the top and do a little squeeze in the face hole, and it's good. But you know, I mean, I would say it's kind of more the finishing touch of the toppings, right? You kind of, I mean, I know there's the whole cherry on top, but whatever. Like you do all the toppings, you do this and that, and you put the whipped cream on it just to have that little mountain of diabetes. And yeah. So
I mean, never mind. I was about to say, can you even call it a sundae without topping? But yes, you can, because I guess McDonald's, they give you those chocolate and caramel. They call them sundaes, but they don't put no whipped cream on them. So
right,
but still, I mean, like
what
you gotta have. I mean, that's like one of the essential parts of the sundae.
Yeah, and you know what? You get whipped cream on like fraps, on like frappuccinos. Yeah, man, whipped cream's the tits. Let's go.
He said the tit.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Round 2. What do you got there, loser?
I'm gonna do hot fudge for my
hot
second,
fudge.
Yeah, for my second pick.
So you got a white chocolate. You got a white chocolate sundae with hot fudge. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gross, but okay.
No.
You're gonna have a chocolate. You're gonna have a chocolate coma.
Yeah.
So,
that's all you're gonna elaborate on. You're just gonna say hot fudge and.
I mean, what else is there to say? It's hot fudge.
Well, shit, my bad. Sorry.
Like,
I gave a whole story about whipped cream.
She said, "What I gotta read
you
a
have to justify
dissertation?"
whipped cream because whipped cream is not necessary to make a sundae, even if you want it to be necessary. It's not necessary.
No.
The hot fudge or some kind of sauce is 100% essential.
Okay. Hey, do me a favor. Don't do a bobblehead thing if you're talking to the fucking mic. Thanks.
Don't make me have to lay it down then.
Oh. All right. We're getting sexy in this bitch. All right. Lay it down, girl. All right. Okay. So you got Snickers because, you know, we had to go to the replay.
Since we're doing sauce or some type of I'm gonna say caramel because it's Snickers. It already got the caramel in it. But if you, I mean, I'm not a big sundae person anyway. But if I am, yeah, and I'm gonna go all.
Why'd you have to hurt me so hard then? If you're not a sundae, why'd you have to like?
I mean, what else is there besides hot fudge and caramel?
There's a ton. You need to get on my diabetes level.
I'm not a big sweet person.
Yes, you are.
No, not really.
I know. All right. So we're going round 3 here. It's a weird take, but I love it. I'm going marshmallow sauce. Ooh, was that your pick?
I should have picked it.
Ooh, fuck
But
you, bitch.
but I did the fudge first. I didn't think
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna pick it, but I was like, no, he won't pick it.
It's like the third thing you've known about me ever.
But I didn't think you'd pick. I thought you would wait till the end, so I could steal it on this round.
What did you think I was gonna pick?
I don't know, something else besides that. Anything else?
Sucks to suck, bitch. No, so it's just good, man. Like, and you got to go to the right place because it has to be it has to be that warm. Oh damn! It's just it's some kind of great. I mean, it's basically
is it a certain brand, or are you saying a certain brand of marshmallow is better than the other brand, or
no? They probably have piss poor marshmallow quality. What they do with it at if you go to like a sundae shop and they have the marshmallow. Oh shit! Oh man, I know what I should have brought. Oh son of a bitch! Yeah, I just realized what I should have had for my my ice cream base. My bad. Anyway, yeah, we'll go over our honorable mentions at the end. But yeah, it's just a nice. It doesn't like solidify. It just kind of it the warmth of it kind of messes with the cold of that. It's just fucking great. I can't explain it. It's just good. It's like
it's fluff. It's warm fluff.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Oh, so good. All right, go ahead. What do you got?
Oh man.
I love the tilt. I wish you did fantasy football. I really did. I really, really do wish you did fantasy football.
I would be so bad at that.
Oh shit! I forgot. We're adding Will to the year. No, are we adding Will this year? I think I'm adding Will.
You say he was
Yeah, I'm adding Will.
He was reading books and all of that. Yeah, he should be ready.
I forgot because we have some spots to fill this year, so we still are looking for a few spots. But I forgot he's getting in there, so we only have to fill 2 more spots.
Yeah, cool. You never did mention him. Yep.
Yeah.
We got one. All right.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. What do you got, Mama?
I'm gonna go Oreo pieces.
Yeah, it's fair. It's pretty. Yeah, that's low hanging fruit for you. Yeah. So I do want to kind of touch on this because you're bringing it up. So my base, it should have been from Cold Stone Creamery, the Oreo cream ice cream. Listen, if you've never done it, go to Cold Stone Creamery, get the Oreo cream ice cream. It is.
Where's the place at?
Cold Stone Creamery. There's one up in Robinson. There's shit. I don't even know. I think there's one up in Shadyside too. I don't really know. I don't know I don't know where they're at, but it's funny because it's right next to her dentist.
The main one you know is in Robinson.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean that the one in Shadyside. But oh man, it is, and it's funny because it's right next to her dentist, which is just fucked up on a bunch of levels. But,
and that's like putting a bar right next to an AA house or something.
Right.
Like an AA meeting.
That's pretty fair. like if you go downtown in that little triangle, they get that McDonald's right next to Gold's Gym. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So right now, let's take a look here. Jermaine's on the clock. What do you got?
I'm on the clock?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she said Oreo pieces. Okay. Strawberries. God, I like some sliced. Yeah, like some sliced strawberries on top of the, on the ice cream. But that's, oh man,
are you making a parfait or a sundae, dude? God damn.
That's what I mean. I think when I think of sundaes, I think of the strawberries and the banana.
Well, hold on. Are you talking about more like the?
I'm thinking of banana split. That's what I'm thinking of.
What is it called? Like the Oh God, there's a word for it. Like it's like the fruit in the kind of the corn syrup, kind of not the corn syrup, but it's like almost like pie filling. But what do they call that?
I don't even know.
You're talking about pie filling?
No,
Like in the can? That's what you described. Or are you talking like in the glass jar?
Okay,
You
if
call
you
it
were
a pie filling?
right, like okay, so if you were to go to a, Dairy Queen, right,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, let me get, it's like a glaze, like a strawberry glaze, like
It's
how,
literally just strawberries and sugar with a teeny bit of water.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, what he said, sliced strawberries.
But that's not what he's saying. He's saying he wants fucking sliced strawberries. So I'm asking him, does he want actual sliced strawberries, or are you talking about like the glaze, that
Well,
glaze
it's not
thing?
glaze. Glaze is different.
Yeah,
That's why I'm trying to.
I'm talking about the real strawberries, man. Cut up.
Oh, you're fucking weird then. All
Yeah.
right.
I told you I'm not a sweet person to begin with. But I'm just thinking of the Oreo sundae with the caramel and strawberries. That's not a good mix.
No, you're fucking. That whole thing is terrible. So let's cover the. We're about to be in round 4 here. So let's kind of look. Let's construct these things. So I got vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
With whipped cream and marshmallow sauce. So basically, my whole thing is just a bowl of cum. Essentially, I don't know what's what at this point.
It's all white.
Yeah, I'm just having a bowl of bukkake. Gross.
You having a Hitler shape.
Right. All I need to do is add some blue eyeballs. We'll be good.
Oh shit.
And Tiff got she got the white chocolate base, and then she got the. What's your next one?
Then I have hot fudge.
Hot fudge.
Mm-hmm. And then Oreo pieces.
And Oreo pieces. So you're you're kind of just doing like an interracial gangbang deal. All right. And Jermaine's making a parfait. So he has butter pecan.
Snickers.
Oh, Snickers. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's, yeah.
Snickers.
All right. And
caramel.
Yeah. So those are two. Then the strawberries fucking makes it weird. Like it just doesn't match. But hey, this is your sundae.
Hey,
whatever.
I'm eating it.
Yeah, you are. Now I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, look, you gotta give a little color to it. Going Jimmy's. Let's go. Rainbow Jimmy's. Just how do you have a sundae without sprinkles? Come on.
I mean, can the sprinkles survive on their own by themselves? Like
they're fucking terrible. But,
they can't stand alone.
Have you ever tried to have a spoonful?
I've never tried it. Yeah, I've never.
Don't. It's a bad idea. No, look. It's more of like, you know how you go to a fancy restaurant, they put that little like thing of mint on your steak
garnish or something,
and it's like ain't no one eating that shit.
That piece of parsley off to the left.
Right. No, okay. Apparently Tiff does because she's weird. But I mean, yeah, obviously you're gonna eat the sprinkles, but they're there for like window dressing. It just makes it look like a sundae. So that's kind of like my pandering pick. So plus, I mean, what else do I add to my thing? We put a cherry on top. Fuck you and your cherry. Because you took the caramel because you're a dickhead. So you already had caramel in yours. You're like, I want more caramel.
In my ice cream. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a caramel coma.
Right. That's like drafting. That's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm already in fantasy mode. All right, what you got, Mama?
Okay. So
come closer to the thing so people can hear you.
I don't know what I want.
You had all this time to think.
I know, but then I'm like, I should finish it off with something that's not. It's fine. I'm just gonna throw cherry on it, but I'm not gonna eat it.
Is that your pick? Like, or I mean, you can don't tilt pick here.
Well, I was gonna build a different.
This is drafting a kicker in the third round.
Well, I was gonna build a different sundae. but you stole the topping that I needed to build it.
Yeah, that's the draft, bitch.
Yeah, so I've already built my sundae. There's really nothing else that needs to go in this sundae.
Okay.
So I'm going to do cherry.
I mean, look, I can't really fault you because, I mean, you're kind of doing window dressing like I did.
Right.
All right, so we got a cherry. All right, let's finish off your fucking parfait.
Oh man, I'm finishing with nuts.
I mean, could have worded that a little bit better, but yeah.
Yeah. I definitely thought about it before I said it. I'm sitting there like, is there a better way to say it? I tried.
That was your well thought out one. Oof. I would not like to hear.
Nuts.
No, I mean no. That
peanuts. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
No, those are always good. You add a little crunch to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So I got strawberries and peanuts on top. And
you
the
really
nuts,
did make
the nuts and the caramel's already in the Snicker one, but I'm just doubling down on it, I guess.
Yeah. No, and look, I mean, it's on brand with the flavors. So, yeah, I mean, look, for base flavors, I could have went mint chocolate chip because that's goddamn delicious.
A mint chocolate chip sundae. Wow.
Yeah. I would probably have to change. So here, let me ask you this. So when you guys were doing, like, constructing this, were you constructing it based on what you already had for your sundae, or were you just naming the shit that you like on a sundae?
No, I was building a specific one.
You were building a specific. Okay.
Yeah, I was just naming toppings that I would put on any sundae. It didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't really in the frame of mind of the exact sundae that I'm building right now because I wouldn't use the Snicker. I mean, I was like a reactive type of drag for me because I was third and I had to take picks that because I normally wouldn't build a sundae like that with the Snicker ice cream because the Snicker ice cream is already got a whole bunch of ingredients in it to begin with. So
you know what we should do though? Honestly, we should make our sundaes at some point. That'd be a fun little thing. Anyway, any honorable mentions for either flavors or toppings? Anything we kind of missed?
Not for me.
Peanut butter sauce. That's always good. It depends on it, but peanut butter sauce is always good. That's about it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I don't really do a ton of ice cream, honestly.
Yeah, but those blizzards from Dairy Queen, you do those?
Oh fuck! Reese cup pieces. Oh, yeah. Oh god! I think I had an orgasm.
I was just thinking that's how I was just thinking of those blizzards. Like, I'm not a big ice cream or sundae person, but yeah, I love those blizzards though. I mean, I like trying different ones of those for sure.
Yeah. And the marshmallow thing is in it because Tiff loves the s'mores one.
That's what I was building.
Yeah. Oh, you're building the s'mores one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even try to sandbag you. I just took the shit that I liked. But it makes me happy that I took your picks. I like it. I like emotional damage. It's good. So, I told you I wasn't going to tell you the draft for the post game here because we're going to lead right into that after because we're just about an hour and a half in, and that's kind of what we like to do for the new version of the pod here. So we're going to go over our 5 favorite things. And that is super broad, but you are on you don't have to be on an island. These are the 5 things, and we're doing sequential. So we'll go from 5 to 1. And Tiff, this doesn't have to involve you unless you want to. You can go fuck yourself. It's fine. This is me and you on the post game. 5 to 1 are 5 favorite things. So I
to
figured,
do life, you saying?
It doesn't. It could be do, have done to you. It just your 5 favorite things.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be the post-game content along with the other bullshit that we do. But, yeah, thanks again, Tiff, for being a part of this. I thank you for coming down and doing this.
You're welcome.
Thank you, baby. Are we recording tomorrow or no? I think we're going to start our 4-week series of why we're not compatible. What's the first week so we can kind of plug that?
Extrovert versus introvert.
Okay. Well, I'm the extrovert Ovs, and she is the socially inept introvert. So that's going to be the first subject on the Pillow Talk tomorrow to kind of cover that. But no shameless plug and all, but I guess kind of to get into the normal kind of ending of the show. First of all, good show, good draft. I liked it. We covered all the internet stuff and our feelings on that. It was a good topic, Joanne. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. I mean, and then we covered, the value of $1 means nothing.
Nothing. So don't give money to kids in Dollar General because they're just going to look at you like,
they're going to throw it back at you and slap you in the face as if I really thought I was doing that kid a solid, man. And it was like
what if he came back and gave you 4 quarters and looked at you like, I thought you just needed change. I don't. I thought you needed to catch the bus.
I just imagine myself in that little kid's shoes at his age, and I would have bought a whole bunch of stuff, and I would have ran up to my friends and was like, man, this one dude was so nice. He gave me $1.
And now he went home. He's like, this punk bitch gave me $1.
That's exactly the conversation that's happening now. He's like, man, I went to the store and this goofy, old ass, limping ass black man gave me a fucking $1.
Man, that's beautiful. That's funny. But yeah, like always, the Twitter, the YouTube, the Apple, all the socials are in the description. Sub to whatever one you want to sub to. We appreciate it. It helps. Do some reviews too. Kind of help out with the algorithm. Get more eyes on it. I already beat the drum on that again, but I'll do it again. The Patreon, you kind of heard the prices on it. You know what we're going to be doing with it. As soon as we're done recording, we go right into the post game. So, this is the first week of the first time of the month we're going to do the extra draft on there, and that's going to be a once a month thing. So, it's just something we're adding to it to give more content. And, we appreciate any love and any support that you guys do, but there's definitely content on there for you to get back for your investment. So that's the important part. So anyway, do you have any closing comments or?
No, I mean, this is our second week of doing the hour and a half, the new format, and it was definitely a success. But at the same time, I mean, come Wednesday, I was I ain't gonna say out of place, but Wednesday I definitely still had in my mind. Weird. Yeah, I came home. I was like, okay, and we're gonna record. And I was like, hold on, we ain't gotta record tonight. It was weird, but at the same time, I mean, I appreciate just getting all the energy together to do this one time. It felt refreshing. So
good.
I just think
I meant to ask you how that kind of worked out for you the week. I mean, I know my shit that.
I mean, you gonna keep moving until your body gonna shut you down. You gonna be walking and then you just going in mid step, just fall right over. That's why I'm like, man, get some rest.
Yep. Well, I love putting out the content. That's kind of why I do it. So that's another reason why we're like, hey, look, throw us a little something here. It helps. It definitely helps drive us more. I mean, that's definitely one of the parts, but obviously, we start making some money off things. We can start getting better equipment and better. We're gonna put the money back into the pod. We're not gonna just here's dinner money, nothing like that. But, yeah. So I do like the hour and a half format though. I think that we can really kind of compartmentalize stuff that we want to talk about, and there's no scrambling. Like we
Yeah,
will
they
be.
just. I mean, sometimes on the X's when we're trying to shoot for that hour mark or that hour point. I think that we discuss some subjects, but we kind of rushed them to try to
Yeah.
fit everything in.
Right.
Including the draft. It's like we get all our topics out of the way. We say everything we fully want to say, and then we layer in the draft. Or sometimes, it's just it's a good mix. It's a good mix.
And yeah, that was a cool idea. Just kind of merging them together and taking the parts from the one and parts from this one and having a fucking incest baby. All right. That's how we're gonna end the episode on incest baby. So have fun.
We had an XO street, an XOBDE street type of baby together.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That baby's dick was huge. What? That's how we'll end it. All right, so my name is Rich.
This is Jermaine.
And this is the X's and O's of life, and we are going to go do the post game. So toodles, and hopefully you guys